Hi there, my name is Brian Dunnett, also known as Mr. Tidbit, longtime realtor in the Barrie, Ontario area. I would like to welcome you to my What If video. Yeah, what if? Have you ever encountered or heard those two words in your lifetime? I'm sure you have. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to residential real estate, there is a what if question lurking around every corner, only because every situation is unique. Now, for this video, I'm specifically going to look at 3 what if questions from a buyer's point of view and ways to rectify them prior to even getting to the what if stage. So let's jump right in. Now, number 1, what if we included a condition on your behalf for financing, but then you couldn't get your financing? Yeah. Well, it's worded, the clause is worded in such a way that you're going to be protected. So you have until such and such a time to get your financing, failing which then the offer is null and void, and you're going to be have your deposit returned to you in full without deduction. Okay, so you're protected there. But is there any safeguard here for you? Is there any way to rectify it so it doesn't get to that point? Well, I think so. If you were to be pre-approved for your mortgage, then that's going to go a long way to satisfying that condition. So you've already talked to your lending institution, you provided them the proper paperwork, they've done a credit check on you, and you have the confidence to meet that top line financially when it comes to closing the deal. So you're already 90% there when you insert this particular clause. So pre-approval, great way to go. Okay, number 2. What if we were to insert a clause on your behalf, a condition on home inspection, but then something came out of the home inspection that was pretty serious? Do you have any options here? And actually you have 4 options. And the number 1 thing that you can do is still continue with the deal. Okay, the deal doesn't die because a problem came up on the home inspection. Perhaps you want to close the deal anyway and then handle the problem yourself, okay? Number 2, if it's too serious for you, then you have the option of walking away. It's worded in such a way, that clause, just like the financing condition, that you have an out. The deal will be null and void, and then you'll have the return of your deposit in a timely fashion, okay? Number 3, you could go back to the drawing board and do an amendment that suggests that the seller takes care of the problem at their expense in a workmanlike fashion. Now, the downside of doing this is sometimes you're going to get a seller who puts, well, a Band-Aid on a more serious matter. And it's probably going to involve a second inspection on your part, which is going to involve extra people's time and effort, just for you to go there and guess what? Maybe be disappointed. Now you're more disgruntled, having to start all over again. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking, okay? So maybe the better way to go is option number 4. Maybe adjust the top line of the agreement of purchase and sale. I mean, you've already agreed at this price, but why not get some evidence from your home inspector? What is the problem? How much is it going to cost? And then maybe 50-50 that, or maybe 60-40 in your favor or something. And as long as the seller agrees, you change the top line price. At closing, you pay a little bit less money. Now you handle the problem yourself. You get your own tradespeople in there, and then guess what? They're not leaving until you're satisfied, right? So it works out good for everybody. Now, number 3, and this is a good one. What if you were to close your deal on a home and then found out through a neighbor that there was a murder or suicide, or that the house was considered haunted? Would that bother you? Yeah, for some people, yes. For some people, no. And it's interesting, folks, that this isn't really something that needs to be disclosed, even though it sounds pretty serious. Now, for me, I think if you're a seller and you're aware of something, better to side on disclosure. Let the buyer decide one way or the other if this is the house for them before they put pen to paper. Everyone's thinking is a little bit different here. And, some people say, well, you know what, let them try to handle it themselves. So how could you possibly do that? Well, you might want to do some of your own investigating in a search engine on the internet, key in the address of the property, and there might be a newspaper clipping or report or something that would tell you exactly what's going on. And if it was something that you just couldn't handle, then hey, you don't do the agreement of purchase and sale at all. Or go to your local police station, ask some specific questions about that property and the surrounding neighborhood. Get an idea of the crime rate and anything that is going to make or break the deal for you. And if it's bothersome to you, then again, you don't put pen to paper, okay? So these are ways that you can protect yourself. Now further, you could put a clause in the agreement of purchase and sale directly that, hey, the seller represents and warrants that he is not aware of any murder, suicide, or hauntingness of the house, but no guarantee that they're going to be truthful. So better to do your own work at the beginning and prepare yourself, and that way you can decide exactly what you want to do. Okay, so protection all around. All right, now these are just 3 ideas for the what ifs of this video. I know it raises a lot more questions. You know what, folks, I like answering questions, so please reach out with any thoughts, ideas, or concerns. I'm here to help. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next time, all the best to you.